wonder, 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 wonder.
What's up, friends? So I recently discovered that a friend of mine is into fountain pens, and I've been into fountain pens for maybe 2 years now. I can't remember my full origin story, but I think like many things, I ended up in a YouTube rabbit hole, got my first one, and then that turned into like probably 20 pens. Either way, learning that my friend liked fountain pens, what felt late to me, made me realize that I just need to know more people who like fountain pens. And so how I'm gonna make that happen is by convincing you that you should try them. So we're gonna get into 4 reasons why. Let's do it. Get in, losers. We're going analog. Seriously, going analog is reason number 1 I think you should try a fountain pen. In the time that I've been using fountain pens, I feel like I have started to like handwrite things way more. Even if it's as simple as like a to-do list or like a small grocery list or something, just the act of writing it down actually helps me remember it more. And then I think also I use my pens for journaling and reflection. And those are things that you want to be present in your current state. And for me, like journaling on my phone or like laptop, it does like almost nothing for me. And so being able to have fun tools that I can use to make that moment feel just more fun, more positive, and also something that sort of brings me into the present because I'm literally responsible for putting the words on the page. What is that? I don't know. For putting the words on the page. So I don't know. I think there's like a really good sort of boost there from using analog tools. Like, we got 2 hands. We should use them. We're supposed to be feeling and sensing things. And I think using pen, especially fountain pen, and some of the feedback that you can feel depending on what kind of pen or nib you have, we'll get into that, that can really aid in just like being more present and having your writing experiences feel more personal. Okay. Reason number 2 that you need to try a fountain pen is because the variety of aesthetic and customization choices. These are just a few pens that I had on hand sitting right here. Like, they're all different colors. If I took the caps off, some of them pop off, some of them twist off. You know, you can think about like, how convenient do you need your pen to be? Do you want to just like pop it open and get to writing? Or do you want a more slow, deliberate experience of like twisting off the top and making sure that you're like preserving the wetness of the ink? These are all options that you have. And clearly I didn't pick, I just collected them all. I also have like some inks here, so you can use cartridges for convenience if you want a fountain pen but don't want to be dealing with inks, because I have a little towel over here that has a bunch of ink on it, also paint, but I put it down so that I don't like spill ink and hopefully get ink all over my hands, but sometimes I do, and like That's part of the experience for me. Doesn't have to be that way for you because there's so many choices. But if you want to get into inks, like I have this random green. This is probably my all-time favorite ink. It's like a very bright pink that I just love it so much. This is a lavender black, and what I love about this is it's waterproof, which is important for when I like watercolor over my ink drawings. So, you know, it really depends on this. Oh, another one of my favorites. It's like an Earl Grey brown. I'll have to show an example. Okay, so I have quite the variety of fountain pens. Like what? This one literally has my name on it. This one has a special nib I'm gonna show you all. This one, both of those, but this one is retractable, so you can click it in and out, and that's a super simple way to get it open. This one, you can see the inside. This is called a demonstrator because you can see through it. Let's get into some writing samples. Okay. Love this pen. I think it was my first fancy fountain pen, and it currently has my favorite ink color in it. Well, one of them. I have two top faves. So, little sentence that fountain pen enthusiasts will write so you can see every letter. The quick brown fox jumped over I don't actually remember what this is supposed to be, so I'm gonna say over the moon. So that's one example. This one has like a twist on cap. This is a music nib, which I am obsessed with. It makes everything just look infinitely fancier, and you're gonna see the difference in the nibs quickly too. So you can see it has just like, ooh, adds a little bit of flourish. That's just gorgeous if you ask me. And so I'm literally obsessed, though I weirdly don't use this pen as much as I should. So that's something for me to do differently. Let's see this retractable one. Boom. This one has, I think, a fine nib, if not extra fine. So you'll see the difference in like the thickness of the words as well. And last one. And if you notice, these two, same color. But the nibs make them look different. This one looks like orange. This one is more of a like sepia, which I happen to really enjoy both of those variations. And so I think that's really cool. So all that to say, you can clearly get a ton of variety in pen bodies, ink colors, weights of the nibs, and sort of like fineness of the nibs as well. There's some other like specialty nibs. I have one called a techo, another one called a journaler. Getting super into the weeds there, but ultimately there are options and we can find one for you. So that's it. That's the tweet. Fountain pens are lit. That's really all I have to say. Okay, fountain pens are lit, but that's not reason number 3. Reason number 3 is because you can use your pens for a variety of things like calligraphy. And I mean, you saw how that music nib made my writing look much different than all the other ones. And so you can use that to write letters, to journal, to make random lists, to do whatever you're doing in any notebook that you have or on any paper that you have. And that's pretty cool. I have used my fountain pens to make art. I'll insert some random things that I've drawn with fountain pen don't judge my art. Because it was also much earlier in my journey, but I don't know. I think drawing with pen helps you improve and accept that you're gonna make mistakes because the ink is kind of unforgiving, but you can always just do another one. So I drew a lot with fountain pen, especially earlier in my drawing journey, and I still use pen often. And if you watched my first video, you know that me and pencil, I never finish pencil drawings because there's just so much to fret over. Anyway, so I think fountain pens are great because they have a variety of things you can use them for, all of which are analog. Going back to reason number one, write a letter in calligraphy. Journal in calligraphy. Like imagine a whole journal of entries that is written in like Times New Roman style. That would be sick. Please show me if you've done something like that also. Okay, we're about to get into the last reason. Are you convinced yet or what? So I probably don't need another thing to be geeking out with anyone over. But reason number 4 is because of the community. You can now talk stationery and fountain pens with the rest of us who love stationery and fountain pens. And that's kind of the impetus for this whole video is like, I just want to convince people to get pens so that I have people to talk to about them. And we're kind of doubling down on reason number 1, going analog. Literally, you can meet folks who are interested in like writing letters. You might find a new pen pal. Now you're healing your inner child because who didn't love having pen pals as a kid? So those are my 4 reasons. I definitely think you should pick up a fountain pen. There are a variety of price points. And if you're like, I just want to see, literally you can get a fountain pen that I really love for, I want to say maybe $5. I'll say for sure less than 10. It's called a Platinum Preppy, and it's great. Actually, I probably have one right here. Yeah, I do. And yes, this is the name, Platinum Preppy. It comes in multiple colors. It's literally like $5. And you can quickly figure out what you like. Also, if you want to try multiple nib sizes, you could try a couple different ones for less than $20 if you tried this pen or some other comparable ones. I also really like Pilot Kakunos. They're also less than $10 and have a variety of nib sizes. I really like their fine and extra fine. It's just so crispy. So what are you waiting for? Are you getting a fountain pen? What kind of things are you considering for your first fountain pen? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you next time. Cheers.